Hey everyone, Julie Berninger from Gold City Ventures. You're listening to another episode of the Crickets to Cha-Ching's podcast. And even though it's summer and I still have my summer t-shirt on, it's time to talk about the spooky season. Halloween is just around the corner and I'm already getting tons of ads on my feeds. I don't know about you all about Halloween, and people are buying stuff and people are searching for things. So this is a great time to talk about what you could make, or maybe a way to relabel what you're already selling so that appeals to those Halloween shoppers. Every year it's earlier and earlier, isn't it? So I use the data tool eRank. It's our favorite tool. You can get a subscription for I think $5.99 per month right now, which is I think their basic plan, which is awesome. And I just used eRank to pull some ideas for Halloween that have good search volume, but they're low competition on Etsy right now. So I have about 20-ish ideas to share with you. So let's get started. First, general aesthetic for Halloween this year. Well, vintage and retro will continue to be big as it has been recently. People are looking for the 90s Halloween experience that some of us had growing up, and it was pretty great. Even earlier, though, vintage, that type of stuff is popular. So continue to put out your vintage things and think about that as you're creating products. Girly Halloween is what is a big search term that I saw on eRank. And I think this is coming off the whole Barbie trend last year where pink and orange is a Halloween color and a Halloween color pattern that's here to stay also this year. Dog breeds are really big. I saw Halloween wiener dogs, Halloween corgis, Halloween golden doodles. People love their dogs. They feel very strongly about their specific dog breed. And of course, they want to see them in cute Halloween costumes and put that on t-shirts and whatever else they're doing. So just something to keep in mind as you're creating products. You might never have thought of that. In terms of specific Halloween terms, the one that I saw a lot of search volume for that I want to call out is the momster. So momster. And I have to admit, I just pulled this 2 hours ago and I've already used it around my house. I was chasing my 1-year-old around saying, I'm the momster. And she was giggling. It was so fun. So momster is such a fun term, something to consider if you're a POD seller or maybe you're a maker and you want to label something a certain way. Think about it. All right. So the next stuff I want to talk about, accessories that you can sell on Etsy for you. So headbands were something that had high search volume. They had between 5 to 600 searches on Etsy. Now, for headbands in particular, they actually didn't have low competition. They had medium competition according to eRank, but I wanted to include it because they're cute and it looks like it doesn't take tons of fabric and time per se. Socks were really big in terms of search volume. A little less search volume. This was more 200 or 300 searches per month on Etsy that I saw. Leggings, beanies, and flannel. The flannel, that seems like it would be a whole thing involved, maybe reselling. But beanie actually surprised me. Halloween beanies, which makes tons of sense. Lingerie was one that had good search volume, lower competition. And there was a whole rabbit hole of not safe for work Halloween accessories that I did not go down. You can only imagine, but just think if you do sell in any of those spaces, people would love to celebrate in their own ways for Halloween as well. Okay, in the home department, pillows and doormats had the highest search volume with 500 to 600 searches per month. And I saw some cute doormats that were trends that are on TikTok that someone just put on a doormat. So things that people think are funny on TikTok. I think like there was one that was there are some horrors in this house and there was a ghost like twerking on the doormat. I don't know what exactly it was, but you can imagine people want to see things that like memes and things they think are funny and put them on a doormat. That's creative. Also, I saw this was 200 to 300 searches per month. Countdown calendars for Halloween. We know year over year those have been big for Christmas. Well, of course, people want to count down to Halloween. So that's something if you do sell Christmas countdown calendars or advent calendars is a way that you can turn it into something for Halloween. Rugs and coasters were high search volume. And I did see the cutest little rug coasters. They're like the punch hook products. There were some coasters that seemed to be popular that were not this, but most of them were these like cute little, they look like little mini rugs, like ghosts. And a lot of them were that pink girly Halloween style, but just something to think about. Gnomes, Halloween gnomes had high search volume. This had like 200 to 300 searches per month, which I consider good, a good indicator if you're looking for something to make. They had other home decor stuff like tablecloth, bedding. Those had lowerish search volume, but still decent. So if you are selling in those spaces, maybe something to consider making a seasonal item. One thing that I thought was interesting, Halloween plush was big, and there was this whole like Halloween stuffed animal thing, but people were, well, not actually, many sellers were doing this. So if you are selling little stuffed animal things, think about how you can personalize it. We know on Etsy people love to see their kids' names on everything. So if there's a way you can put someone's kid's name on any of your products, particularly you physical product makers, then think about how you can do that. There is this concept for Halloween called a boo basket, and it's like an Easter basket where you're gifting a whole bunch of smaller things to somebody. You may gift it to your child, or you may gift it to a neighbor as part of this "you've been booed" thing, where whether it's sports teams or neighbors or people in the community, they will gift each other these baskets of like goodies, small goodies, treats, whatever. Sometimes it's like stuff. I've even seen them, they did them around Christmas, but they would give people like paper plates that were Christmas themed, like dish towels, like, things you might give a neighbor. You think about, was it for a kid or a neighbor? But, anyways, the boo baskets are going to be a thing this year. Another surprising thing I saw, dioramas, Halloween dioramas, very intricate, only applies to some of you. But if you are selling in like the dollhouse or little intricate trinket space, then perhaps you can think of how to create a diorama that would sell for you. These had like around 100 searches per month. Bookmarks had around 100 searches per month, but some of you may be selling bookmarks. Maybe you can try to spruce them up, make them Halloween style. Soap and dice were some that had smaller searches, but still popular in the Halloween space. One surprising hit wonder here, and I went down a rabbit hole. Halloween slime had 455 searches per month, according to eRank. And then I started searching slime, and I saw a pumpkin spice latte slime where it looked legit when it was in the cup, and then the hands were like moving the slime around. I've heard this is a big thing on YouTube, but I was like, I was transfixed watching this thing. So for those of you slime sellers or people who are looking to get into a popular niche, seems like this is a popular one. For my digital product sellers, not the POD people, the digital printables, trivia and bingo, always a big thing as people are trying to entertain their kids, think of games to do for parties, etc. Twitch stuff had a lot of search volume. Not going to debate whether or not you can sell it or not, but the emotes, which look like emojis, and overlays had high search volume according to eRank. And then lastly, I want to mention there was some cool stuff happening for wall art. Looks like people had a little fun with Midjourney and the AI of creation, and they would create these like vintage cat bathroom pictures. Like there was a cat in a bathtub with like a ghost or something like that, in an old-fashioned looking bathtub, and then they had it framed in this like super old cool looking frame. I don't know. It was cool. I was cute. I almost bought it. And I searched maybe a couple weeks ago, and that was trending, that particular product. And then I searched again, and it's still trending. I think 7 people bought it in the last 24 hours or something. So these AI cute cat vintage retro wall arts, they look like bathroom art, seem to be popular. So digital download sellers, definitely take a look at that. And then the physical product sellers, Halloween frames were up. The search volume was up, probably because people want to put their Halloween wall art in a Halloween frame. You don't want to put it in just a regular basic frame that you got from Michaels or Joann Fabrics. No, it needs to be something creepy cool. So, anyways, those are the things that the trends I'm predicting. Think about when you're looking in your community. I didn't see this in the search volume necessarily. I mean, it's still very, very early. It's August as I'm recording this, but I know every year people like to celebrate in the classroom. So like the depreciation stuff for staff, teacher stuff, anything that is supplementary to kids, things that they do in their communities, like trunk or treat has been really big with churches and with schools in the last few years, where people, they go trick-or-treating through everyone's cars, and like in the trunks they're set up as a display. So invitations to events like that. For the digital product sellers, those would be big. Physical product sellers, just continue to note that some of the terms and the styles that people want are those kind of either vintage retro, girly Halloween, groovy, like people, those are still big. So if you already have an existing product, just tag it with those keywords and see if you can get, if it fits, of course, see if you can get some more visibility on those products. So anyways, I had a lot of fun doing this. This is a really fun part of my job. Thanks all for listening, and good luck with your Halloween product sales. If there are any trends that I missed, please let us know. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment below. I would love to give more visibility to those and learn myself. Thanks.